Hey everyone, welcome to the Do Nothing Project. I am not Jeff Warren. I am playing him on YouTube tonight. Can you hear me okay? I hope so. So, my name's Erin Oke. I am the executive director of the Consciousness Explorers Club, which is the meditation group that Jeff Warren founded about 11 years ago now. And I'm an old friend of Jeff's. And guess what? Jeff had a baby. Jeff and Sarah had a baby boy on Thursday evening. His name is Sasha. He was gigantic, like 9 pounds or something. Yeah, so that is a joyous occasion. Less joyous, the other news from Jeff Land is that Eden managed to contract COVID at daycare last week. So that's their toddler. So now Jeff is probably right at this moment, like running up and down stairs, trying to keep Eden away from Sarah and the baby. And it's a whole lot of a whole lot over at Jeff Warren's house. So if you want to send him some loving kindness, that would be great. Um, yeah. So I know a bunch of you in the chat because I host the Consciousness Explorers Club meditations. Um, Thanks, Andrew, for linking to me. Yeah. Um, so we sit every Monday night on Zoom and do retreats and stuff. We actually have one coming up next weekend. So Jeff asked me to stand in here, sit in here for him while he is, cherishing new life and also dealing with COVID and all of that. Yeah, so at the Consciousness Explorers Club this month, we've been exploring embodiment, being in our bodies and not just floating heads. And so that's going to inspire today's meditation. Now, this is the Do Nothing Project. So, really, the idea is to do not very much at all. You are welcome to just hang out, stare out the window, drool a little, do whatever practice. Maybe you're knitting or puzzling or going for a stroll, whatever you're doing. It is a-okay. If you want to follow along, the meditation that I'll be guiding is kind of a little exploration of moving the awareness around our bodies. Because I feel like so much of my life is like I'm living right here. So that's where we're going to start. But what happens if we live from here or live from the gut, the belly? So that's going to be our inspiration for tonight. And as always, take what you want, leave what you want, do your own practice if you'd rather. Be a 25-minute sit, and then afterwards we can use the chat for some Q&A sharing, all of that good stuff. So I'm super glad to be with all of you tonight, those that I know and those who I'm just, meeting through the wonders of YouTube. I'm going to ring a bell to start, a bell to finish. Hopefully it'll sound okay. Here we go. You can start by checking in with yourself. How are you doing in this moment? What are you bringing into this meditation? Maybe there's some residual thoughts or feelings from your weekend, or maybe you're have that Sunday night anticipating the week ahead kind of feeling. You don't have to do anything about it, but just notice, take your own temperature. How are you doing in this moment? And if you like, we're going to start with paying attention to the breath just coming in at the nose. We can ride that breath in to notice how it lights up places in our face, the eyes, the nose, mouth. Really intentionally holding our awareness in our heads. I think we unintentionally spend lots of time here, but right now, does your head feel like? Sometimes when we turn our attention there, the thoughts actually just disappear. Well, stage fright or something. That might be your experience, or maybe not. Notice the physical sensations in your head, breath coming in, holdings maybe in your jaw. It feels like around the eyes. And it feels like when the sound of my voice hits your ears or other sounds. So many of our sense gates are in this space. Take in all the sounds and sights and smells and tastes. Try and make sense of them all in here. And if you like now, you can slide that beam of awareness down into the chest. Leave that busy head behind or let it fade into the background. Might connect with the chest by again riding the breath into that space. Noticing the rise and fall as you fill up your lungs. Let them go. What does this part of your body feel like? Is there movement, or tightness, emotions? If you find yourself getting called away, notice where you're called, the direction of it. Called into a thought, and you can redirect the awareness back into your chest. Pulled into a sound outside, refocus back into that heart space. As we move through different parts of our bodies, some may feel like a really nice, welcoming space, and others may be tricky. And tricky is okay if you want to stay with it, but if you're feeling overwhelmed in any spot we land, you're welcome to go back to a safer place in your body or in your experience, something that you find grounding or comforting. We're all different. So, for some, this chest, this heart area is a space of openness and joy and love. For others, or maybe just on different days, you might have some tension or tightness, anxiety or fear. Whatever's there, it's okay for it to be there. We're just seeing what it's like to reside in this space. And now you're invited to move that lens of awareness down further into the belly. Notice your breath in that space, filling it up and releasing like a balloon. If you can soften the belly, do so. Sometimes we suck that in, clench. You have full permission to let it hang loose like a baby belly. This part of our body is sometimes thought of as the seat of our willpower, determination, where the phrase gutsy comes from. It's also a part of our bodies for a lot of people that can be tricky, have some body image stuff attached to it. Notice some resistance to holding your attention here. Or notice very human experiences of hunger, fullness, digestion. If you like, you can move that center of awareness down further into the pelvis, really the root of your being, maybe where you're connected to your cushion or chair. What sensations are present for you in that area? Feel like this is a place that often gets skipped or skimmed over in meditation scanning practices. Teachers maybe don't want to go there because it's this seat of desire. Some people have a lot of shame and complicated feelings there. And if it's a tough place for you to hold your awareness, you don't need to. You can move back to the belly or the chest or anywhere that feels good for you. If you like, you can explore that rooted quality. This place where life comes from. Now you can move down even further, right down to the ground and feet, and where your body is meeting the floor, meeting the ground. See if you can hold your center of awareness there. And if you get caught up in a thought, you might notice that your awareness is pulled all the way up to your head and what a distance that is. And see if you can bring it back all the way back down into your feet. And the last stop on our tour can bring awareness to the hands. It's a little experiment you can do. If you want to put your palms up, you can see how that feels. It's usually a receptive quality, kind of energizing to that. You're opening somehow. Feel tingling in the fingertips. And you can also experiment with the hands, with palms face down, resting on your knee or on the table in front of you. And this is something that usually feels grounding, more solid. You can choose which you want to cultivate today, that groundedness or that energizing, or, try one of each. For the last stop is a gift to yourself, you can revisit the center that you enjoyed the most. We went through the head and the heart, the belly and the pelvis, the feet and the hands. There was one that seemed appealing, fruitful, interesting. Welcome to head back there. And what would it be like to live more from this place? Is there a quality that lives in this place or is associated with, it draws you there? Grounding or energy or openness, determination. The last little kindness piece, you can imagine yourself gifting this quality to anyone who you think might need some of it. You can include yourself, people you know, people you don't, other creatures and parts of nature. You're welcome to ease your way out of that one. Many apologies for the motorcycles roaring past my window. It's one of the signs of spring in my neighborhood. But thank you all for sitting with me. And yeah, if anyone wants to share anything in the chat, which center resonated well for you. Awesome. I'm glad so many of you enjoyed it. Phyllis, feel you. The motorcycle noise. Thanks, Fred, for inviting me back anytime. I think Jeff really likes to hang out with all of you and is always sad to miss it. Oh, cool. Christine, felt very healing for you. That's nice to hear. Chris saying working with the palms up feels powerful. Thanks. Oh, Diana, I'm sorry to hear that. That's going to be a hard day for you tomorrow. Yeah, Monica says it's so good to get out of the head. I feel like that's a really concrete, tangible way to get out of the head. And Peggy's saying, with pain in the back, that she lives a lot there. So, yeah, trying out different places, grounding in the chest, belly, gut, and pelvis. Yeah, I'm glad that resonated. The pelvis, that's tricky territory, but I think it's important to explore there if you can. Yeah, if you missed at the beginning, I'm here because Jeff and Sarah had their baby boy, little Sasha Saul, not so little, pretty big for a baby, and Eden has COVID, so they're having a time over there. But everyone's happy and healthy and okay. Hmm. Gabrielle, the thoughts come up, get out of the head and back to the feet. Yeah, I like that tangible directionality of this practice. You can really see when you get called away where you are and really have somewhere to bring it back to. It's so nice to hear from you all and see you all also supporting each other. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday evening and week to come. As Andrew mentioned, you can see me again tomorrow at the Consciousness Explorers Club, also all next weekend if you want to come check out our virtual retreat. It's the kind of thing that you don't have to sit for an entire weekend on Zoom. You can come in and out as you wish. So hopefully Jeff will be at least making an appearance. So thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight, even though you didn't really know you were joining me, but I know Jeff is all past this on, but I know he feels the love from this community. So I will see you another time. Bye, everyone.